Welcome back to Student Stories. This time we're talking to Norma Maisonet. Hi Norma, how are you?
Hi, Mr. Fabio. Very good.
Very interesting last name, Maisonet. You told me it's actually French, right?
Yes, correct.
So how should I pronounce it?
Maisonet.
Maisonet. Does anybody actually pronounce it that way for you here?
No.
No?
Okay. Here in Texas is Maisonet.
Gotcha. So all over the state, not just a Laredo thing. Okay. Norma, you're one of the students in our BASORGL program, Bachelor of Applied Science in Organizational Leadership, right?
Yes.
So you're currently a student in the program?
Yes, I'm currently a student.
Okay. And when do you plan to graduate?
In December of this year.
Nice. So getting your bachelor's degree in December. Talk about the process. How did you come into the BASORGL program? What led to it?
I was working on my associate's degree, and I was currently working at WebCISD. So one of my friends, co-worker, Ms. Judy Castillo, was in the program at the time. So she was, told me about the program. So I set up a meeting with Ms. Patty, and she kind of told me a little bit more about it. And so I decided I was going to go ahead and enroll, and I was pretty much completed with my core classes. So I graduated in December of last year with my associate's degree, and then I started this program in January.
Yeah.
So
did you get your associates here at Laredo College?
Yes, here at Laredo College.
What was your plan when you were taking the associates? What did you want to do? Was this your plan all along, or what was on your mind?
No, my plan was to continue my education at TAMU.
Okay.
So I was still undecided if to go into social work or go into nursing. But my plan was to transfer over to TAMU.
Okay. And then you found out about the BASORGL and you decided to come to Laredo College.
Yes, correct.
So what do you want to do with that BASORGL now?
I'm not too sure what I would want to do with once I graduate.
Yeah.
I just recently got hired with UISD, so I will be working as a physical education aide. So if I enjoy that, I might just try to get into a program, to continue in education and get my certification. So if I don't do that, then I might just look into maybe going to maybe medical degree into nursing.
Okay. Your thoughts on the program? What have you thought about it so far?
I'm really enjoying the program. I feel like it's family. Ever since I started in January, they've been very helpful. From Dr. Guerrero, which is our program director, to Ms. Del Toro, Ms. Patty, Ms. Barra, Ms. Molly. Everybody has been very helpful. Every time I have a question, I just give them a call. I reach out to them. They either email, call me back. The professors have been great. Also, you just send a text message. They'll respond back to you immediately. Yeah. So that's just been a great help, and I just feel like we're family. I mean, the students that are in the program right now, which is cohort 6, and I'm in cohort 7. I have met a lot of them from cohort 6 because I also joined the Impact organization. Okay. And I really enjoy it because I feel like the students that are in the organization that are from cohort 6 and 7, we have become friends. Yeah. So I have met a lot of friends.
Are you excited that this is it? This is you're getting close to the finish line for your bachelor's degree. How does that make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel good because I promised my mother and I promised myself that no matter my age, I was going to get my degree someday, and I'm doing it now. Yeah. So I'll be walking the stage in December. Soon. Very soon.
How's the coursework? Is it difficult?
The coursework it's not difficult. It's just a lot of assignments, of course, because you graduate within 10 months. So you pretty much don't spend too much time with family. I mean, but it's long nights, long assignments, but it's doable. And like I said, our coaches, Miss Patty, and them are always there to help out in any way.
You're not actually from Laredo, are you?
I'm not from Laredo. I'm originally from Hebbronville. All my family's from Hebbronville. Okay. But we just recently moved over here. Once my youngest son graduated, we sent him off to college in Corpus. So he's at the university. And once we got him situated, I came back to school. And nice. And my husband and I decided, okay, this is the time to move because he works here in Laredo. So he was commuting for 8 years from Hebbronville. Oh, wow. So we just recently purchased a home in February, and I love it.
Yeah.
I really like that everything is here.
So Laredo to Hebbronville is about what, 45 minutes?
It's about 50 minutes
50
to an
minutes.
hour, depending.
Yeah.
Where.
So it's just like if you're commuting from a suburb,
Yes.
if you're in
Mhm.
Austin or in
Yes.
San Antonio, something like that.
Yeah.
then-
So Laredo's not new to me because
Yeah.
this is where we would do all our shopping.
Sure.
But now everything's here.
Oh,
it's
it's home.
just minutes away. It's home. Now it's
Okay.
home, and it's going to be a permanent home.
Yeah. Talk about your academic journey. You started right out of high school, and then things happened, and so you hadn't been in school. So talk about when you first got out of high school, what happened?
Yeah, I went to school in McMullen County ISD in Tilden, Texas, all my whole years since kinder all the way till I graduated. And once I graduated, my parents were moving back home. And so I enrolled at B County College for that summer. I took some summer classes, and then I transferred to Texas A&I University at the time, back in 1988 when I graduated. So I was there for almost 2 years, and it was a little difficult financially for my parents. So I started working at First National Bank as a teller. And so I was doing that part-time and commuting, and it was very hard. So I kind of stopped going to school.
Right.
And then after that I had my firstborn child, and I just continued working full-time. So that's when I kind of stopped going to school. And then I started back when he had started school. So I started taking classes. I commuted with a friend. We would take night classes, and here at Laredo College. So I took some more classes, and then I stopped again and moved from Hebbronville to Floresville, and I got hired with the school district over there. So I would work in the school district for another year, and then I got hired with John H. Wood Charter Schools, working in an immigration facility at GEO. So I did that in the P department. So then 2 years after that, I got hired with the GEO facility, pretty much taking care of the mothers, doing activities with the mothers.
Okay.
I wasn't working with the schooling board, but working with the facility. So after 2 years working with them, my son was already going into middle school, and he was getting involved with sports, and it was just going to be a little difficult for me because I had no family. So I moved back home to Hebbronville and stayed there. So he graduated from Hebbronville.
Wow. That's a lot of moving around, Norma.
It was a lot.
But you've always had that goal in mind. Why did that goal stay so strong on your mind?
The goal
of finishing your degree.
Because I have two sisters that have their degrees, and my mother would always tell me, like, you're the only one and you're the oldest one
Thanks, Mom.
of your siblings, and you don't have your degree. So I told her someday I'm going to get my degree.
Yeah.
But it was very hard because I had to work full time.
Yeah.
And then I had my boys, my three sons. They were very much involved in sports. They were big baseball players and football players. So I was very much involved with them, and I wanted to be a part of all their games, and I didn't want to miss anything. So I decided I'll wait till my youngest would graduate and get back in school and get my degree. And I'm going to fulfill my promise.
But at any point, you could have easily said, what for? I'm not going to go back. I mean, life happened. You were spending time with your family, your boys. You had a couple of moves here and there. And at any point, you could have said, I'm done. Why?
Yes, I could have, but I just always told myself, like, I need to finish this goal. And I wanted to go ahead and get my degree.
Yeah.
I said, no matter what my age is, and I'm 55, but, and I want to also, show my kids that it's never too late to get your degree. And I have 5 grandchildren and 1 on the way. And, so they see me like, Grandma, you're doing homework? So I said, yes, I'm going to school just like you are. I said, and someday I said, you will be getting your degree too. Yeah. So, I want to kind of like show them that it's never too late to get a degree. So I never wanted to stop going to school.
What an amazing message, Norma. And that's not just for your family, for your boys and your grandkids, but for a lot of people that think, I'm done, I'm not going to go back. I mean, here you are, you're about to get your degree, you just never gave up. So that's a beautiful message to pass on. And that opportunity is here at the college. What has been your experience with Laredo College?
Oh, Laredo! I love Laredo College. Ever since I first started going to school here, people were so friendly. Students were friendly. It's a small campus, so I always kind of found my way around. You could just ask anybody. Everybody would answer questions. I felt very comfortable with all the instructors that I had. Very helpful. So it was very different from the other college from Texas A&I that I went to, because that was more like I was just a number there. I couldn't really like talk to instructors. You know, it was just they would go and teach and leave.
Yeah.
It was hard to communicate with them. And I feel like here at Laredo College, everybody's here to help you.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
When you first graduated from high school, what were your thoughts? What did you want to get into at that time? As far as a career?
When I first graduated, it was always nursing.
Always nursing.
Nursing. Mm-hmm. So I want to complete my degree.
Sure.
And since I have my prereqs for the nursing program, I can still go take the entrance test and maybe go into the LVN program. So I don't want to stop after I get
Wow.
my bachelor's. I want to continue and maybe look into getting my LVN certificate.
Where did you get that desire to want to be a nurse? Where did that come from?
I'm very sociable, so I love to talk to people. And I used to work with Med Team back when I moved from Floresville back to Hebbronville, and it's a provider services. So I was a field supervisor, and I just had clients all ages.
Yeah.
So my job was to hire providers for them. So I've always enjoyed the medical field. I had a lot of paperwork to do, but I always wanted to do something someday to help people. I said, I enjoy it.
It looks like you've set yourself up for some options though, Norma, which is just amazing because you're not saying I'm going to get the bachelor's and then I'm done. I'm going to see what I want to do, and you're still giving yourself options.
Yes.
What's your message to anybody out there who's giving up on school?
My message to everybody is it's never too late, no matter how old you are. I said, there's help out there. I said, there's technology now. I said that iPads, we didn't have that back then. I said, it's just a phone call away, calling the professors. The professors are very helpful, especially like in the smaller colleges. I feel like everybody should get a degree. I said, because nowadays it's the degree that counts to get where you want to go, reach your goal.
Are you thinking maybe even double bachelor's, a bachelor in nursing as well, or just associates? Or
well, if I can get into the nursing program, I enjoy it. I might go into like the RN program too.
Wow.
I said, and that's probably where I finished.
I have a strange feeling that that's something you aren't going to do. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Although you may enjoy teaching. I mean, you may working at the school district. You may enjoy that and then decide to stay at the school district. But I have an inkling that you might want to go back to the nursing program. So
yes.
It's a very inspiring story, Norma. Thank you for your time. Anything else you want to share with us before I let you go?
Well, I mean, I just want to, once I graduate from Laredo College, I have a lot of memories here. I want to thank everybody that was from my instructors to my program director, from everybody in the BASORGL program. I want to thank them very much for being so helpful and pushing me and being there for me to reach my goal and get my degree in the BASORGL organizational leadership.
Awesome. Norma, congratulations on all your success. Good luck to you. And
thank you.
Maybe I'll be talking to Nurse Norma in the future.
Yes.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Varela.